everybody.
Hello, my name is Kurt.
It's,
Me llamo Kurt.
it's been a while since we've done a video.
That's why I'm introducing myself.
I think everybody knows who we are. But we really wanted to do a video at 6 months in. For those of you that might be seeing this video without seeing the other video.
If this is the first time you've been watching our channel, or our updates on life, as we like to call them, we started out in June.
May.
Well, living full time in our RV.
And there's a video on our channel if you want to go back. I did a tour, and I actually can probably find it and post it in the show notes down, in the description notes in the video. So I can do that. And we give you a little tour of the RV.
We were here when we did it.
We were in South Carolina, in near
Beaufort.
Is it Beaufort? Beaufort? No, it's been a while, I forgot. But we were going to do a 6-month video and talk about what it's been like to live in an RV full time.
Which would have been
2 months ago.
Yeah.
We've been in it for 8 months, actually.
We've had some stuff going on.
Yeah. So that's one thing that we wanted to talk a little bit about. The reason it's taken us.
We made notes.
Yeah, I've got cheat sheet.
No, we made notes. That's pretty good for us.
But the reason it's taken us so long to upload is because we've had several things going on. Okay, number one, Paula graduated and she wanted a trip to Disney, so we went in December to Disney for her graduation gift. And I really didn't upload from there because so many people, vlog from Disney. What's the point of my piddly little video? I've got videos of it, but it's just for us. We're gonna put it.
Video.
It'll probably be private videos. But actually, I'm going to upload one of Addie and Cam. They did a bunch of stuff, so I've compiled their stuff. That one will be coming out soon.
Well, I got hurt. That's why we were down for the count.
Yeah. And then Christmas came around. We didn't do a whole lot for Christmas because we went to Disney earlier in the month, so.
I actually had to rent a scooter.
Yeah.
First time for everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's heel spurs, and they were acting up, so. Well.
Yeah, wasn't there something else?
Heel spurs.
Yeah, anyway, it hurt.
You're having trouble with your shoes.
I didn't even know I had heel spurs until like a year ago, so. Yay me.
But then January rolls around and it gets a lot more fun.
Well, it happened in December.
Yeah, but that's said with sarcasm.
Yeah, it happened in December.
It started late December.
My doctor decided that he wanted to run a test on my heart because my dad had 4 bypass surgeries, about the same age as I am, a little bit older. So anyway, they found a blockage in my heart.
No,
they found a
what
test
thought
was a blockage in my heart. Then I had a stress test done early this year, and they said you are primed for an event. Well, an event,
and if you know what that means,
I'm going to tell them. I'm going to tell them what it means because I've earned it. An event in Kurt terms is heart attack. Not cool. So then last Friday, I had a little invasive thing stuck in my wrist, and it went tappy tap tap all the way into my heart, which I was even not aware of that they could do that. And he gave me the all clear. There's a little bit of blockage, but it should not affect me.
But it was not where they thought it was going to be. And he said, he came back to the room and told me, the doctor did, that it should never give him any trouble ever. So
I was on the happy juice at that point.
Anyway, no blockage at all. So it was good news. So that's why those are some of the things that, that have been going on with us, and the reason
Well,
we have not done a video like we wanted to.
No blockage that will never do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So we've had some things going on.
So anyway, I'm out for this week because I am recuperating. I can't lift over 5 pounds. So.
Well, with that hand, because, it was, they gave him blood thinners, which means that if he does anything to that, he could, bleed, and we'd end up back in the hospital.
No,
So he can't lift more. Yeah, that's what they told me. He can't lift more than 5 pounds with that hand.
So
he's out of work for a week.
Here are we'll go into our status updates at this point. You've got status update.
I do. Status update. And basically that's what we had talked about. That
so far, we've been in 8 months and basically loving it. We're fortunate that we happened upon this brand. It's a Newmar. And that meant nothing to me when we bought it, really. We researched it a little bit, and there's umpteen million brands out there. But I watched one YouTube guy that has a Newmar, and he liked it. And so that's how I knew about this. But anyway, we had a hiccup with the air conditioner. The fan was rattling.
Actually, we have 2 air conditioners.
Right.
One up here and one back in the bedroom. What
we knew were the air conditioners at that point. We had a fan that was leaking in our number 1 air conditioner, so we knew, that it was ongoing. So we just left the fan on all the time, which, I don't know if you know anything about Georgia, but it's hot in Georgia. So we just left it on all the time. The fan was just running all the time. So anyway, one Saturday I was sitting here. We were getting ready to go to Paula's or Addie's. We were going to Atlanta.
Yeah, we're going to Atlanta for some reason. Something with our kids. I don't remember.
And I'm sitting there and just the fan stops. And it was just like...
It was silent.
When you're used to running it so long and you're used to it and it's just like nothing. It was silence.
It was like you snapped your finger and it was silent.
Right. So we decided to replace the whole unit. The guy came. We got a great technician. We really looked upon a company that does really great RV work. We had it down there one time, and just for like changing the oil, things like that. And anyway, he came out, got a new unit. We decided to get a whole new unit because at that point we have a warranty, and if anything else goes wrong, it would get replaced at that point. So he brings out an air conditioner, which is what we thought we had, and he said, nope, it's a heat pump.
Which we didn't know.
And no documentation. Well, we do have documentation, but it didn't say that. So anyway, at that point we found out we have 2 heat pumps on the ceiling, and then we have an LP furnace, which we hadn't run at this point, at that point, really.
Well,
I think I tested it one time, and it worked. So, we didn't know anything about it, really, because we're learning. Chip is below us, by the way.
Chip's on my foot down here. If you hear anything, he's got his ball and he keeps dropping it. So you might hear thud.
Chip has a high vote for the RV as well. So anyway, he came out, he ordered another unit and switched back the other unit and put it in, and everything was fine. And he said he was going to come himself because this is the guy that owns it, and because there's a lot of high-tech stuff with the thermostats, which we didn't know anything about, kind of ignorant on how to do everything. But we've learned a lot, and when it got cold, I checked the heat again, and it didn't come on. So anyway, I called him and I said, I think something's not right because it said anyway. He came out and fixed all that, and we set the thing on automatic.
which we couldn't do before they replaced it.
Right.
Because if you set it on automatic, it would not come back on.
Right. And he had to set
That's
it.
why we
It
had
was
to
a
keep the
different
fan
setting.
running.
So anyway, basically, we set the thing on automatic, and it does everything. Because we turned it off of automatic one time, and it got too warm in here. And this was in October or something, which we didn't think it would. But anyway, we have to have it on automatic because if it gets too warm, the air conditioner comes on. If it gets too hot, if it gets too cold, the heat comes on. Anyway, so we can run through all this pomp and circumstance. We have found out that we use our 2 heat pumps until it gets about 35, 40. And once it gets below 35, we have propane heat that automatically switches over and automatically kicks on. And then when it gets above, it automatically switches to heat pump. I mean, the whole thing.
And we really
been
haven't had
automatic.
to use that until recently, when it's been so cold.
The last 2 weeks have been in the
Yeah,
teens every morning.
2 weeks or so.
Except for like yesterday. Then
Yeah,
it,
it's
switched
72
over.
today.
Yeah.
So.
And it's going to be warmer now. But anyway, the update is we've also got a thermostat, which takes over for a heating pad underneath our tanks. So we have all of our water is below us. And I have thermostats in each bay. I have 3 bays, one for the pump, one for the water tank, and one for the waste tanks. So which I monitor all the temperatures, so I know exactly what the temperatures are and everything. I did get a small space heater for the pump because it's outside of the heating elements. When the LP tanks come on, when the LP furnace comes on, it blows hot air underneath. So this RV has been very redundant and very capable. And we don't have any skirting underneath or anything, so we're very happy with it. The cosmetics have been very good. We haven't had any issues with anything falling off, cabinet doors or anything like that. Everything's holding up great.
Newmar seemed to be made really well.
Yes. Up until COVID, and then we don't know anything about that. So ours is a 2014.
We did look at a 2020. Right. We considered that. But this one, we just liked everything in this one.
Yeah. And
we've been very happy with it, which leads us to the next thing we were going to talk about, which is the pros and cons of Newmar and of living in an RV full time. So,
yeah,
the good things so far.
Me personally, I love it. When the girls were gone, we were basically in 2 rooms, and
in our
bedroom.
house.
Well, 3 rooms: bedroom, kitchen, and the den, which.
Well, here's what happened.
Our TV went up.
We had like a 65-inch TV, and it just kind of quit on us about 3 months before the house was on the market or about to be on the market, and we were like,
right,
why buy
a new
TV? So we stopped going in there. Instead, we were in the living room area, so it was basically bedroom, living room, kitchen, bathroom. That's it.
Yeah, so we were just basically at that point in 2 rooms anyway.
And then if the girls ever came back to stay for any time, of course they'd stay in their room, but we were never in any of the other rooms, really, basically.
So here we have our bedroom, we have bathroom, shower, kitchen, dinette thing that we're sitting at right now, and our couch is over there, and then we have the 2 captain's chairs, which do turn around, so we have that area as well. So.
Yeah, we have some extra seating.
Yeah, it's we love it. It's
Addie stopped by
nice.
the other day. We sat on the couch. She sat in one of those chairs. It was like, sitting around the living room in our house. So
yeah, we love it. We really love it.
Well, one thing too, like Kurt's mom and dad are getting older, and one of the pros, and Kenneth, they're getting older, and this allows us, if we need to go see them, we just pack up and we go. We take the RV, and we can find, someplace to stay that's nearby.
Yeah.
And, you know, we don't have to find a hotel. We don't have to worry about, you know, if it's, like if we're going to see Kenneth and it's an, you know, an Auburn football game or something going on, we can boondock somewhere if we need to for a day or two. So it's really nice to be able to do something like that.
Boondock means park someplace and you're self-sufficient, which we also have a generator.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like if the power went out, boom. I mean, we turned the generator on.
Yeah, we were here in this spot when the hurricane came through Georgia, up through North Carolina, South Carolina, all of that.
Right.
And
the hurricane went directly
right over our head.
We were in bed, and it went right over our head.
Early morning. We just pulled in these slides in here, and only had the bedroom out, and everything, you know, everything was fine.
Yeah. Well, we were in a good position.
Right. We knew.
Plus, I figured, I mean, we go down the highway at 65, 70 miles an hour anyway. You know, I mean,
we were positioned to where the wind was going this way, and
we did have a building
side.
We could go into, where, you know, if we had any problems, we were good. So, I mean, we're pretty self-sufficient. We've got the workings down pat. I mean, we have 2 tanks. We have a gray tank and a black tank. We've got that down pretty good. We can go almost a week before we have to empty the black tank, which is good for us. So we're pretty good. And I mean, everything seems to work pretty good. Of course, now that I say that.
Yeah. I'm not even sure this is real wood,
it's
so
wood.
Just whatever.
It's wood.
But I was thinking of another pro too, and it left me. Oh, I know what it was. Another pro is that it gave me an excuse to like declutter. So even though we've got a storage unit full of stuff, half of it belongs to the girls. I mean, it is stuff they're going to need to go through. So eventually, you know, half of that storage unit will be empty.
Yeah.
I mean, well,
we've still got a dining room table, which Paula did not take.
Yeah, see, we thought Paula was going to use the dining room table that we had. And they don't have room for it.
The China hutch goes to Linda when they get all their hurricane stuff taken care of. We'll take that up there to them. And then
there's a keyboard. There's a keyboard in there that Addie's going to take. And they're talking about moving to a different apartment. Maybe they're looking. So who knows?
But things are up in the air with that.
Yeah, so. Right. So we've just got a storage unit right now.
But I mean, that's something we're probably going to have for a while.
But it's taught me to streamline things. You know, I mean, I only have the stuff in here that I absolutely necessarily need. And there are a couple of things that I'm thinking about taking out and replacing with something else that's
winter's more of a challenge than summer because the
that's a con. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. Oh my heavens!
You need more space for winter stuff. And I mean,
winter's been kind of rough.
Well, I mean, it is. I mean, you wear more clothes. Another con is
well, we haven't gotten there yet. Any more pros that you can think of? Just being able to you know, pick up and go when you need to or want to. Another thing, when you stay, it is so much less expensive to stay at a campground than a hotel. We also belong to 1,000 Trails, which means that we can stay in a campground for, I think it's 2 weeks. You know, we don't have to pay anything extra.
Yeah, we still got to figure that out because
it'll be time for us to renew.
We only travel on the average 1 week out of the month. So, I mean, we haven't stayed anywhere longer than 2 weeks. We're going to do that next month. We're going to stay down in Orlando for 2 weeks. And then...
and 1,000 Trails.
And 1,000 Trails.
And a lot of people don't like 1,000 Trails because they tend to be older campgrounds that are a little more rundown. But my thinking is that if you pay up front and you can go 2 weeks. The way it works, you can go 2 weeks. Then you have to be away for a week, and then you can go back. But there's a different program where you can stay longer, and I don't know.
We're not exactly sure which program we
don't even know what we're on because
we haven't stretched the limits of what.
when we bought the RV, because we bought it through Lazy Days, we got a
Right.
year's membership automatically. And we will have to renew in April. So we're going to talk to somebody and see what we can do. But that's a pro. And there are other things like we're a member of Good Sam's. We're good.
Well, we
Good
are now.
Sam,
I mean, we found out.
Passport America.
Right. We found out with the Good Sam's thing. We went to Camping World, and I left the pressure regulator, which you need to have.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Somewhere, and we had to replace all that. And then they go, well, if you join Good Sam, and I'm going, okay, here comes the sales pitch.
Yeah.
But from what they told
What
us,
was
we
it, like
haven't
30
tested this. It was like
$36 a
no,
year.
It was a special on at that point. So we paid for the pressure regulator like $25, and it was like $17 for the Good Sam thing. But if you lose it or it needs to be replaced, they replace it because they insure it for whatever.
Right.
So I mean, it was kind of like a no-brainer. And then you get discounts on campsites, which we haven't,
And that's because we have the 1,000 Trails, and we have
Good Sam membership.
KOA, which we get 10% off.
Right.
And it's only like $39 a year. So, with that 10% that you save. So, anyway.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, we follow all these groups on social media. A lot of people talk about how they have a hard time finding campsites. And I guess you might if you're like a day out or something. But I've had no problem finding campsites anywhere.
Well, she's more research and development type of thing on the campsite. She likes to research where we're going to go, how we're going to go, the route and all that, which is great. And it works out great because everything's prepared and ready to go. All we have to do is point the rig in the right way and
put it in the online map,
right,
and then go.
And that was a membership. Different things that we've done. I'm trying to think of any more Are we still in the pros?
We haven't even. Well, we talked a little bit about the issues that we have with the air conditioner,
right,
and having to replace it.
Well, a couple of cons that I can think of right away is washing dishes.
Well, that's my number one.
Yeah, because she does most of the cooking. Well, unless it's outside, and then I do it.
Yeah, we do have a Blackstone.
Right.
And but like it's been so cold.
Right.
I've been cooking. Cold. I've been cooking, which means that I have to have something like pans to cook in, and then dishes. I said the other day, I feel like I'm doing dishes all day long sometimes.
But with doing your dishes by hand, you also have a lot of water, which means that fills
use a lot of water that fills up the tank, right?
Sooner, because your gray tank is for showers, sinks, and like dishes and things like that. So that and I think if you had a dishwasher, it would use less water, and of course make it a lot easier to do the dishes. Really?
Oh, guess who?
I don't think Chip likes doing the dishes either.
The dishes, and the funny thing is, when we were looking, one of the things that I had really wanted was a washer dryer, which we didn't get because we've heard they're like this big, and you have to.
Yeah, my cousin said that, and he was right.
So you would end up doing laundry all the time. So I'd be doing dishes and laundry all the time, and don't have time to do anything else. But another con is that you have to actually, if you are not at a campground, you have to find laundromats. And there's a laundromat that I like, but twice recently I've been by there. They've been closed. Yeah. So anytime we go to a campground, we always make sure that we do our laundry.
And it's expensive. It can a lot of be. Laundromats.
Yeah.
If we do them at the campgrounds, it's really not a problem. They're not that much. It's like this other one that we do.
No, it's not that bad. But like we usually try to get, when we know we're going to a campground, I'll wait to do laundry. We'll do it when we get there, and then we'll do it again before we leave. And that way we have everything washed.
Which in the winter makes it a bigger issue because you have a lot more laundry.
Like in the summertime, I had no problem finding room for everything.
Oh, yeah.
Winter right now with sweaters, things that are bulkier. I don't wear a jacket But I do have a couple of bigger sweaters that I wear, you know, cardigans and things, and they just take up a lot of room. And I mean, I don't have that many clothes. That's another thing that, you know, I kind of streamline my wardrobe, but it takes up a lot of room in the winter. So,
yeah.
But I don't know. Anything else?
I don't know. I mean, I would like to,
Cons?
if at some point in the future, dishwasher might be in our future somehow.
Yeah, but for me, I don't like things in a small space like this all over my counter. It drives me nuts.
Oh yeah.
Right now, I mean, normally we have a coffee maker on the counter.
Oh,
and
convection
salt and
oven.
pepper and things like that. Just a few little things.
Convection oven.
What about it?
You have learned to deal with that a lot better.
Yeah, well, that's you know, convection oven, but
and
it
the Ninja,
doesn't. It doesn't
rely
cook
on the Ninja
evenly.
quite a bit, so yeah.
Yeah, I do most of the cooking inside with the Ninja Foodie. I mean, it does. I mean, it
does everything.
sautés, you know, air fries.
It does.
Pressure cook,
grilled cheese sandwiches.
slow cooker, all that.
It does everything.
Yeah.
And then right behind us is our refrigerator, which is a lot smaller than we're used to. But really, there's been more times than not that I went to the kitchen, the fridge.
What, at the house?
Yeah, and I mean, there's been stuff in there for, that we had no idea we even had.
I know, and I'll go, yeah, I know that this was in there, and then I'll find it a week later.
Yeah,
but
so
whatever.
This one's a lot better. We have a lot quicker turnaround. We just don't need to keep as much stuff as we do, especially with just the two of us. So everything seems to be good. Wow.
And at the house, the
That's
freezer was
surprising.
always stuffed. Here, I just don't have as much in the freezer.
Yeah.
Too, so.
And this one runs on propane and electric. So if the electric ever goes out, fire up the generator, or we can run on propane. And I have no idea how that math works out. When we were researching, we had Samantha knew a lot about RVs, and Stephen, my cousin, and I mean, their information was invaluable.
We've got the Auburn game on in the background. Ugh.
Okay.
So,
I'm paying attention to what we're doing here.
I am too, but man. Okay.
Okay.
I guess that's all. I mean, the cons are mainly just, washing dishes and having to find the places for things in the winter. Summertime's fine. Winter, oh.
Now, we do travel with Chip. And everybody's aware of that, I'm sure, because he barked. And our cat Gloves. And she's been a pleasure to
It
deal
didn't
with.
start out that way.
No, she was...
Oh, she was a nervous wreck at the beginning. And now she's learned that when we put her in the kennel to travel, it's the cutest thing.
We do travel with her in a kennel because...
Oh, yeah,
there are holes all over the place when we bring the slides in.
into.
Yeah. And we don't want her hurt, so.
But when she gets out, she goes immediately to the window because she knows there are going to be new things to see outside the window, and it's just the cutest thing.
Yeah, she loves it.
And so she knows that after we've been traveling for a while, that there's something new to see there, and she loves it. It's so cute.
So, I mean, we're blessed. We know it. And everybody's doing good. Both the girls are doing great. They're pretty much thriving in their own deal.
Yep, both of them are in Atlanta. So
Addie's going back to school. She started a couple weeks ago.
Beginning of January.
So she's enjoying that. Still working. That's my dog. And Paula is, thriving in what she's doing.
Chip, come on.
Get up here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Oh, chipper.
Why is he up here?
This is my dog, Chip.
Oh, my word. You're going to fall off because you gave...
This is my dog, Chip.
He's going to get groomed Friday.
But anyway,
shaggy face.
everybody's doing good. Mom and Dad are doing good.
Little shaggy
Dad
face.
is what's a good way to say it? Just maintaining.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't know, he has Alzheimer's.
Yeah. and that's a daily challenge. So for my mom, he has issues, but I mean, he can't remember them. Like his back, he's been having problems with his back, but he doesn't remember, having problems with his back. So they've had that checked out. Linda and Samantha are doing good. Ada passed away, and they're kind of recouping from that a little bit. Kenneth is doing good, better than expected.
Yeah, he was in the hospital for a while, and he's doing very well.
Yeah. And Christy and Chad are down in Panama City. They're doing very well.
Yeah.
So everybody's good on that front. So.
And that's another pro that like we're going to Panama City, so Christy and Chad are there, so we'll be able to visit with them. So
yeah.
Anyway, and we're very lucky that we have a place to stay right now, until we're able to get out on the road more than 1 week a month.
Yeah, so we're pretty fortunate, and we know that. So anyway, this has been our update,
but we haven't really talked about the future. That's one thing we want to talk about. Anybody that knows me knows that I want to travel to all 50 states. I know that we can't travel to all 50 states in an RV, and I've been to Alaska and Hawaii. So,
we can't.
I really want to go to the other 48 states.
Right.
And right now it's only been like 9 or 10. So.
Well, that's our goal.
But we got annual passes to Disney,
right.
And so, we've missed it over the last few years, so we're going to go. We may renew, we may not. We don't know yet, but we want to do some other stuff.
But this will help us learn for right now.
Now he's getting down.
Good, because I'm about falling off of this thing.
I thought so. Okay, we've already talked for like 33 minutes, so.
Oh my gosh. It's 33 minutes. Oh my gosh. What? But anyway, this is, we're still on the learning curve, and I don't think we'll ever get it down pat, but we're using this time to, get everything down and figure everything out. So, but for 6 months or 8 months, however long it's been, I think we're doing pretty good.
Not bad.
So anyway, we appreciate everybody watching, and keep up with us.
It's so funny. Because we tell people, when we got ready to sell the house, we told people what we were going to do. And we often wonder, if people were going, they're just crazy. But most people would tell us, oh, I wish I could do that. It would be so great. I could, if I could just buy an RV and travel and this and that. Most people won't do it. But if you have a chance to do it,
it kind of is great, yeah.
And I mean,
it kind of is great. Because you have less house to clean up,
Definitely.
So.
True. More dishes.
Upkeep.
More dishes, but less of everything else to do. I don't have 3 bathrooms to clean now. I mean, 4 bedrooms to clean. And
1 bathroom.
So, but anyway.
It's
been worth it.
In case anybody's wondering, Russ, there's a clock behind this flower. And it works pretty well.
It does not work at all.
Well, we don't have any batteries in it.
But anyway, I didn't like it, so I covered it up.
Just in case anybody's wondering.
I covered it up. All Newmars have these clocks somewhere. I didn't like it.
And I think this is a Fresco.
It's a Fresco.
Yeah. So.
All right, well.
All right.
Anything else? I got markers here. I got pens here. I have with a remote right there. Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right,
well, we appreciate you watching.
We're going to try, and we'll try to do maybe a year update or something, keep you up to date.
Ooh, I hope I'm here for that. That would be good. I get in trouble saying stuff like that.
Yes, he does. And not just by me.
Oh, no. No. I have 2 youngins from my loins. They enjoy that
very
quite a bit.
Angry at him for saying crap like that.
Yes, they do.
Anyway, we're going to let you go.
Take care. We appreciate you keeping up with us.
Be on the lookout for Addie and Cam's video coming up when they were at Disney with us. I got that coming out soon. Bye.
They were drinking.